Hi guys, quick tutorial on how to change the slots on the ornament stand. Someone asked me, they are using the Glowforge software and they were asking if they can change these slots to 0.205. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to want to do is we're going to change 3 different places. We're going to change the slot here, we are going to change the tab here, and we are going to change the slot here. Okay, so first let's figure out how long do we need our tab to be. So if our wood is measuring with our kerf measurement tool at 205 inches and we want it to go through 2 layers of wood so that it's more sturdy, we are basically going to take 0.205 inches and we're going to multiply it by 2. That way we know it's going through 2 layers. So 0.205 times 2 is 0.41. So if we go down here, if we select it, it's currently all one solid piece. So I'm going to undo. If I double click on it, it goes into the compound path and shows me where I have it so that these are 2 separate things that can be changed. So we're going to change this tab first. We're going to select the tab. We want the points here, up here to stay. We want this portion of the tab to go up or to go down. So what did I say? 0.41 is what we want. So we are going to click on the top position. So I should mention, I opened the ruler over here. You've got position. This is telling you where you want the item that you have selected to be locked. So we want it to be locked here, and we want this portion to be able to move up and down. We only want to change the height of our tab. We do not want to change the width. So we want to make sure that we turn off this lock. Okay, so you want it to have the little slash through it. And then we're going to simply change this to be 0.410. Okay, so it went up just slightly. It was probably very hard to see. So we're going to then hit done. And now we're going to change these tabs in the center. This one's kind of tricky. You got to make sure that you're actually clicking on the center one. If you're over here, it's going to try to click on the outside. So make sure you're on the center, double click. We're going to click on the tab. Now for this one, we don't want it locked on top and we don't want it necessarily locked on the bottom. We actually want it to be moving from the inside out, the same proportion, both up and down. So we are going to position this to be the center. And like I said, we want it to be 0.205 inches. Again, make sure this has got a slash through it. And so we're going to change this to 0.205 and hit enter. Now we are going to do the same thing down here. We are going to double click on it. Again, you want it on the center. And we're going to say 205 and hit enter. And now you should be ready to cut for a 205. Now, if you need to, you can always export your design now that you've made it. Another thing to consider is that if you have something like Silhouette Business or Illustrator or Corel or Inkscape, they all have the same exact aspect ratio or position of orientation of where you're selecting and where you're freezing your nodes. They all have it. So the files I've been making recently all work this way, and you should be able to change them in a very similar manner. You may need to release a compound path in order to do it, but it should be very similar in the process. If you guys have any questions about the video, please let me know and we'll chat soon. Thanks.